Hey guys, I'm Chris. This is the second video of our Discord bot series. Today, we'll be starting off with two simple moderation commands, /kick and /ban. These commands are already by default built into Discord, so yeah, kind of redundant in a sense, but learning how to build them yourself is a great way to understand the logic, permission handling, and basic structure used when creating these custom commands. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so for the people who've already seen the first episode of this series, if you guys haven't noticed already, we are on a different code editor. In the first episode, we were using PyCharm, but now we're using VS Code. I simply don't like PyCharm. I like VS Code better for Python, but it should generally be the same, or like this process should be the same. We're not going to be really performing any actions that are different between the two programs, but yeah, you don't have to like switch over or anything. So yeah, alright, so to get started, go to the cogs directory here and just create a new file and then call it moderation.py. And then I've already created it here, and yeah, and that's it. Now we can start coding. Alright, so now let's get started. So let's start off by importing our dependencies here. So we're going to import nextcord, obviously, and then from nextcord.ext we're going to import commands, and then from nextcord without the .ext extension we're going to import /option. After this, we are going to create our moderation class here. And then commands.cog. In here we're gonna print this here. I did explain this, I believe, in the last episode, so you guys do want an explanation for this, you guys can go to the previous episode, or the first episode that we wrote before. That's annoying, to get a full explanation of this. And then bot, and that's it for that. And now let's get to writing the actual command. So let's use the nextcord / command decorator here. Create the command, and then let's give it the name ban. You'll be starting up the ban command here, and then let's give it a description. Let's just say bans a user from the server. It's good. And then now let's create the function here, which will be asynchronous. You'll see that a lot in commands. Alright, let's format this so that it's readable. So we're gonna start with self, and then this is gonna be an interaction. Nextcord.interaction, and then let's do member here, and then nextcord.member, and that's gonna be equal to /option. We're gonna make this a /option here, and then let's give it a description, because why not? And then user to ban, or the member to ban here, and then let's give it a reason, or comma there, and this will be a string. This will be another /option here, and then in the description, reason for the ban, and then we're gonna set this required to false. So if the user doesn't want to provide a reason for whatever reason, they don't have to. And then if they don't provide a reason, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to set the default reason to no reason provided. So here, if the user chooses not to provide a reason for the ban, it'll just default to this here. And that should be it for the function, I guess. Alright, so here now, okay, let me explain first. So interaction here represents the person running the command, and member here is the target member that we're banning, and then the reason is just the reason. Now let's get to the actual like permission handling here. So let's just get so what interaction dot user dot guild underscore permissions, and then I think it's ban members. Yep. And then await interaction dot response dot send message. I'll explain this in a second. You do not have permission to ban this member. So basically this checks that if the user doesn't have the permissions, the band members permissions, this just checks if the user doesn't have it, and then it just stops here. So if the user doesn't have the permission to ban members, it will send this message. The bot will send this message. So you do not have permission to ban this member. And this actually made this an ephemeral. True. So this will just send it privately. No, only they will be able to see it. And then it will stop here. And then the bot won't proceed with anything else. So let's say the user does have permissions. So members, let's set this up. So if member dot top role and then is greater than or equal to the interaction dot users top role and the interaction user is not the owner, or interaction dot guild owner. No, that's not how it goes. It's dot owner. Alright, so let me explain this first. So this one's a little more complex. So member.top role, this is the highest role of the target user, which is this, the member that we're trying to ban. It checks that if their top role is either greater than or equal to the person who's executing commands top role, and it also checks if the user who's using the command is not the guild owner. So, and if this is true, we're gonna send a response, interaction response send message. You do not have we're just gonna send the same message here. Permission to ban this user. And then let's also make this an ephemeral. We're not trying to embarrass anyone, right? Keep this on the down low, and then we can return here. So if this is true, we just leave the function. You just stop processing the command. So in short, this checks that if you're not the owner, and so like in short, if you're not the owner and you're trying to ban someone with a higher or equal to role, it's just not gonna let you. And this pretty much this here make sure that we're not blocking the server owner from banning anyone. So yeah, and then so once we check all this here, once these get checked, we're going to actually process the ban. So wait member.ban, and then we're gonna provide the reason here, and then await, and then interaction dot response dot send message ban. Or let's actually make this an F string here. Band. Was it what member? I think it's member.name, right? Yep, it is member.name for reason. And then that. And we're gonna have to do an except block here. So if to actually finish it, exception as e. So like this pretty much is like if this doesn't work, if there's some sort of error or something like is wrong with the command or the code, we will send a message regarding the error. Message so failed to ban member dot name for reason. Let's make this an ephemeral. So yeah, so we try to ban so if we pass all these checks here, the bot tries to ban. If for whatever reason it can't, whether like it does not, the bot doesn't have permission, or there's some sort of error in here for some reason, it will send an error message. All right, so now that's pretty much it. It's pretty short, right? It's that easy. So now we can actually move on to the kick command, which we're gonna basically be reusing all this code here. It's pretty much gonna be the same thing, but we're gonna be kicking the user. So yeah, and a lot of bot command code, you're basically just gonna be reusing a bunch of code that you've already written. So that's pretty neat, right? So kick a user from the server. Usually I would just copy and paste this and just change a couple of the words here so that it kicks the member instead of banning them. But just for this episode, I'm gonna rewrite it. Just write it from scratch here. Kick. Same stuff. Don't forget the colon, self, interaction, scored, interaction, comma, and then member, same stuff, next chord, or member, slash, option, and description equal to the member to kick, and then the reason it's gonna be a string again, slash option, description, reason for the kick, and then acquired is false, and default no reason provided. Ooh, okay. Just properly indent all that. And after that, we are going to implement the permission handling again. It's gonna break my fingers here, rewriting all of this code again, which you shouldn't do because it kind of just messes up your efficiency here. And then instead of dot ban members, we're gonna do dot kick members. That wasn't obvious enough. And then await interaction. You know what, I'm just gonna copy and paste this, man, because this is getting annoying. You do not have permissions to kick this member. True. And return. So if they do not have permission, we just end it there. And then if that check gets passed, we check if that the top role of the interaction user is less than or equal to, or yeah, less than or equal to the member's top role. And then interaction user top role, and we also check if they are not the owner of the guild. It's dot owner, because we do not want to block the owner from banning people, right? Or kicking people. And then I'll wait. Copy and paste this. You do not have permissions to ban this member. Here, after we go through all these checks, we will now put into action the kick. So wait, the member dot kick reason is equal to reason, and then await action response on message. Let's make this f string kicked member dot name for reason. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Or yeah, we gotta make the exception here for whatever reason this goes wrong. As E, and then wait. So you can send a message here. Failed to kick member name for reason. Oh, what did I just do? Click the random button. And then yeah, so this is it. This is the kick command. This is the ban command. And then we're done. So now we just gotta create our setup function here so that we can actually load this cog bot. And then bot add cog. And then we use the name of the class, and then bot. And then we should be done there. And now we can actually run the main.py file. We loaded the cog, and then our bot is online. Okay, so now that we finished the code for the bot, now you can see our bot is online, and now we can actually test the commands here. So let's test the kick command first. So we can choose my alt here, and then for the reason test. As you can see, the user got kicked and they're no longer in the server. Okay, I just invited my alt account back. Now let's test the ban command. So pick our alt again, and then for the reason, test2. And it worked here. Banned very dev.cloud for test2, and they're no longer in the server. So if you guys found this video helpful, like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys have any questions, like anything went wrong in your setup, you guys can leave a comment or join the Discord server in the description below. And the code, the GitHub repository will be in the description as well. So if you guys want to check that out and see if your code matches or anything.